Hi everyone, welcome back for another tutorial. In this tutorial I want to talk to you about smart objects. So I've got a quick retouching in here, and as you can see I've got some layers and groups. So I'm going to have everything and show you what I've done. So this is the original, then some frequent separation, a bit of retouching, and enhance the eyes and the lips as well. But now I won't take this to camera raw, just tweak it a bit better. So all I'm going to do is, with top layer selected, I come down to my background layer, holding shift, and now click it. This way I have all of these layers selected. I'm going to right click and I'm going to convert to a smart object. There we go. And I'm going to just make my thumbnail bigger so you can see. Right here, when you see this icon on the thumbnail, you know it's a smart object. But it looks like I flattened the image, but I didn't, because once I double click in here, it comes up here after editing the content, choose file and save to commit the changes. As you can see, everything is still here, so I didn't lose all of those layers if I want to tweak it in the later stage of my retouching. So I'm just going to close that, and with my smart object selected, I'm going to filter and camera filter, and now I can tweak it a bit more. So let's say I want to add some contrast, and I'm going over the top so you can see what I'm doing, and probably the exposure as well, and I'm going to add a vignette. And yeah, it looks cool. I'll click OK. But now that I look at this, I can see that my 10 minutes retouching, it was over the top. I can see the lips look fake, but I don't want to go back and undo until I get all those layers. So this is where smart objects are brilliant. So if I double click right here on that thumbnail, I've got all my layers, and I'm just going to make it like so I can see better. And I've got my lips, so now I can drop the opacity so it looks a bit more natural. Just add a bit more, something like so. Yeah. And now what I do is I can either click here and hit save, or I can go into file and save, not save as, but only save. So now it's saving, and once, if you can see here, I'm going to undo. You don't see much, but there's a bit of difference. But let's say I want to change color. So coming here, I can actually come here and change the color of the lips, so this way you can see better what I'm doing. Click close, save changes. Oh yes, please. And even without closing, you can see in here it's still saving and updates. Brilliant. But now I can see that the face, it's too overdone, and I think I've done too much contrast. Well, because camera filter in Photoshop sees camera raw is a filter. Having a smart object, it's brilliant, because I can double click camera raw filter right here, and I'm back to camera raw. And yeah, too much contrast. I can bring it back, and I don't like the vignette like this. So double click and resets it. I'll click OK, and updates. So once again, because the face is too fake, and I knew that. So I'm going to my layers, and I've got my retouching group. So I'll click it, drop the opacity a touch, so it looks a bit more realistic, and probably the eyes are too bright as well. I'll drop down something like so, and even the lips. Brilliant. I'll click close, save change. Oh yes, please. Go back to the other one, and once it saves it updates. So there we go. Very cool. But remember before I had the vignette? Well, I want to add a vignette, but I want to create my own personalized vignette. So I could come here and do it in many ways, but I want to maintain everything inside my smart object. So I'll double click once again so I can see all those layers. With my top layer selected, I'm just going to click add new adjustment layer. I'm going to levels, change the blending mode from normal to multiply, and minimize this. Now, as you can see, I'm selecting the layer mask, grab a paintbrush, nice and soft and nice and big. Yeah, this will do. Painting in black, I'll click like so, select my move tool and hit free transform, and now I can just play around. So something like so. It looks quite cool. Accept the changes, close, save the changes, and as you can see, it updates automatically. That's the beauty about smart filters and smart objects. So let's apply a filter. I didn't sharpen this image, so with my smart object selected, I'll go to filter, sharpen, and unsharp mask. And as you can see, we've got a nice preview. I'm going over the top like so. I'll click OK, and it added right here. But now that I look at it, it's too much. So double clicking the unsharp mask in here, it opens the same window as before. So I can just drop down to a point I'm happy with. I'll click OK, and we've got this, looks like sliders. If I double click in here, what I get is actually the blending mode and the opacity of that filter only. So let's say I'm going to just drop down the opacity to 48%, and let's apply something like so. And bear in mind one thing, I can hide it, see before and after, and reveal it, and even the camera raw, and again. And as you can see, this is the beauty of smart filters, and there are lots more advantages that soon I'll be doing more tutorials about it. But today I have a sore throat, but as I promised that I'll do this tutorial, here I am doing it. I hope you enjoyed it, and do work in a non-destructive way, because be smart, use smart filters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.